Ready to kick it away first. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not. To be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground, it's Shepard. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. From the gun. Throws to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they're starting to bring some noise here on this early 3rd and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Working the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 2nd down, going to throw it. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Looking for running room. And he's brought down after a short gain. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Handoff to the single running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Out wide right, it's Marsh. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Wolverines are flying down the field. Underwood. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And he added the extra point. From deep, it's Kane. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Lost to throw on first. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Shepard. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. The Tigers call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Changing the routes with his receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Down he goes.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Throwing, Underwood. Back open in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Underwood to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat, and they got it.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Making his first move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Complete to the left. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Here's a give to Washington. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. Soft spot in the middle. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wolverine's offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Right side, it's Marsh. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Underwood. Look out. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Making the adjustment on the play. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Second and long here. looking to throw. It's Underwood. Lets it fly. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Underwood in the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run it on the counter. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing. Underwood. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Finds us back in the middle. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
214 close. 214 close.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get into some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Tells to run, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Right down the middle. Between the hashes, it's Eccles. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. These corners backing off a bit. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Running inside. It's Davidson. Turns it on in midfield. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 17 team, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. And it's Missouri State coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. It evens up their record at 2-2 on the season following a nice home win.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Handoff again. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Underwood to throw. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look at, they got...
Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Long way to go on second down. They'll leave it with the lone back. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Hey, this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Quarterback changing the play. They'll run him again. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Hey, I got to be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball. And it'll force them into a fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Deep in the end zone, it's Kane. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Makes the grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Drops back on first down. Rushes on. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Hits inside. It's Davidson. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side, it's Davidson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. He wants to throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
In the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give to the lone running back. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. He's changing the play. Off-play action. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. down play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Can't connect on his first throw.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down. The 8-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Got his man in the middle.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shepard. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Churns into the pile. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Gets rid of it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. On the return. It's Stewart. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Second and long here. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Shakes off the defender. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Makes a man miss. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Making the adjustment. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got his man. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moves the pocket. It's Underwood. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. After 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Slippery slide. Finds his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Open spaces. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Underwood setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Tigers spin their third and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Underwood. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Going to field this one in tight quarters. Can they catch him? Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. And they've put themselves in great shape to find a way to win this game in the waning seconds, Jesse.
And this is every quarterback's dream, right? You're down late in the game. You've got to be able to step up and lead your team. I can't wait to see how this guy responds.
No doubt. Already on their side of the field. Plenty of time left on the clock. Stay aggressive. This is your moment.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Works the middle of the field.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. Everybody wants the big play in this situation, Jesse, but he was smart. Catch, first down, out of bounds.
Yeah, and you just got to know where you are on the field, right, Reese? Great awareness.
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Shepard. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Got to get to the line, get it settled, get the clock stopped for the potential game-tying field goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. Touchdown, Auburn! They move on top here in the 4th.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. He wants a big play here late. Goes high to pull it in. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rush right in his face. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wolverine! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Just down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation.